Hello all, Dr. Fox here back with you with your weekly prescription for our weekly and weekend update that I wanted to share with you. Today I'm not on camera because I thought, okay, you all can see plenty of me and you haven't been able to see much of Cat. We've had real trouble with the cat cam going, so I thought I would share more on screen while she cleaned today. I've been wanting to share with you in WoW anyway real quick. I've been leveling my rogue here that you might notice. She's at 119. She's almost there. I'm trying to get her to 120 so I can finally go after that gnome heritage armor. I already did it for the heritage armor. You'll notice here for she had some of that on. That's the dark iron dwarf armor, of course, but there's some of the heritage armor for the dwarf that came out prior to that, and I'm slowly working on it on the horde side as well. So I want to share a little bit of that with you all today on some of my alts right now. And Mora's cleaning over there, aka Cat. And I want to thank you all again, once again, for all the wonderful pet guides. And for all the great views on those and your feedback and sharing some of your own party, in this case, pets that you wanted to use. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot. I've continued. I put out a few more. I put out ones for Dark Moon Fair when that comes back around again. I hope those help out a little bit, just on some updated versions of that as well. That really means a lot to me. Now on to the Rise of Ajara, the new, not really raid. Technically, that's going to be this Tuesday if you're watching this weekend or prior to July 16th. Now, technically, it came out last Tuesday. At least that was for folks that were able to queue up for that. This week, it'll actually be in the raid queue, available starting on Tuesday the 16th after its normal reset time of 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Pacific, etc., etc. So, I thought we'd share with those. I have not been able to until later this week. Sadly, I don't. The guild I have, we're not able to. We don't have any max. I have max leveled characters, but it's been very difficult to find others in the queue. You can do custom searches for those, but it's a long story. I just don't feel comfortable trying to take on too many until the queue comes live with others that have been used to it. I have watched the videos. I have gotten myself aware of it and familiarized with it a bit, but until you have hands-on, that's really going to be the challenge this week. So, at least for me. On the home front, I have been able to get another couple of caulking corners filled in and some of the seams filled in a little bit on some of the ceiling. Sadly, we couldn't get more ceiling done. I have heard some mice up there, sadly, scavenging and gathering up some nuts and squirrels and things that are trying to get things ready for the winter, and it's making me sigh. It's a long, hard road out here. Sadly, I couldn't get everything closed up well as I had hoped, and as soon as I had hoped. So I've been treating for those. I got traps up there, and I've got other means. I know those aren't the best option. I can't really afford to have a individual come in. Some would say otherwise, but I don't want to get too much in depth with that at the moment. I have shared. Okay, now just a quick update. Spoilers are ahead here. Spoilers are ahead as well. So let me just add that in. You'll see that pop up. Yeah, I know it still says pet battles, but just for the moment, it'll say spoilers ahead. So, whoops, I know, I know it's spelled wrong. Oh my goodness sakes! See, look, this is what happens when you do live. Oh my goodness, and I'm having issues. I used to be quite the little producer and editor and all, and sound and all kinds of great things in music and other things I was involved in over the years, but sadly it's been very difficult and challenging, and After you had a brain injury like mine, you have to deal with. But I won't get into that mess right now. But anyway, okay, with spoilers. The next cutscene, I wanted to do a reaction video. I've been seeming to get a lot of good views out of the reaction video. I'm getting a lot of responses of asking for more. I went back and did a few more, but of course they've long passed, so there isn't very many views on it. And that's okay. I'm not out for views or likes or subscribes or anything like that. You don't have to do any of that. It's just I just wanted to share that it was really nice that I was getting so many views. I just really appreciate that. I would love to be able to unlock the super chat and all that, but it's not like I gotta have it done, you know. It's not. And thank you all for the new subscribers that have been subscribing lately as well. That really means a lot. We're picking up a little bit. I know I'll be a lot more live once Classic WoW goes. It's difficult around here. We're trying to do a lot of things, and that stuff will have to be discussed at another time. But okay, with that said, it looks like we're heading into, and many of you already know this. Some are just hearing this for the first time. But it looks like we're heading into the new gods. At least that's the way sort of things are going towards the next expansion. And I think we'll go back into 8.3 and kind of wrap up some of this BFA story, because it was really about Horde versus Alliance. And I think we'll see that. And with Azara, I think because of the type of character and the sort of how much she's being liked in some aspects of her character, it's nice to see that she didn't fully die. She's sort of being pulled aside. If you saw what the God character was doing, that's all I'm going to say on that part. I'm trying not to be too explicit about this. I know I've already spoiled a lot of spoilers on that. But with that, at least that's part of it. I'll try to do more if I can get that reaction video up on that. How I'm liking the new zones in 8.2. I'm loving Nazdajar and Mechagon. I find myself in Mechagon because it's a little easy to get around. Nazdajar, when there's so many like shelled cliffs, and it's a lot like that in some of the areas we saw in Broken Shore, was challenging. But I'll tell you what, I was quite the little trooper here, and I hit flying. I was so ecstatic. For those that saw like my 38-second flying video that went up with I got some video editing of some music onto it. I hit flying, what was it, last Wednesday, about midday after the reset. Took me about 45 minutes to an hour into the reset. I just needed like that 850-ish rep that I needed, that you can get from your daily Mechagon. I would have gotten it a few days earlier, or like the day earlier, but a few days earlier to respond to that part. There actually was an 850 rep out of Mechagon that I missed that day. I was short like one rare or one treasure. I was having difficulty finding it, and it was a rough day, so I had to get off, and so it ended up pushing it out. And for Azara, geez, I had it like the weekend prior was finished. I think it was Sunday, last Sunday actually. I think I finished Azara. Sorry, not Azara. Sorry. Nazdajar rep, or at least to Revered anyway. I'm still working towards Exalted. I've been plugging away at some of the Exalteds as I go. And this week we've got Time Walking coming up. The week that we're in right now, that's finishing up until Tuesday before the reset, we've still got a few more extra pet battle bonuses. And just about like every week there's always some variation of PvP. I'm not a huge PvPer, but I have been enjoying but to kind of swing back, I have been enjoying a lot of the new content for 8.2. I've been catching up the gear. And you might notice here, I'll just pop into my character real quick, my rogue, and I'll show you that as I've gone down the line of the 120s, I've been able to pretty much gear everybody, obviously minus the trinkets and the rings that you'll get from dungeons and from doing more things in, say, Mechagon or other areas that will get you other trinkets. There are a few others out on the... As you do daily quests, let me just show you here real quick. I'm almost there. And then I can unlock my lock boxes. But you can see here, I've already got a few pieces of gear I'm getting ready to give her when she hits 120. So that is what is going down with that. I've been slowly gearing up a few of my alts and slowly leveling them, as you can see. A great way to level is Time Walking. As I mentioned briefly, that's coming up this Tuesday as well. And then it looks like pretty much goodbye to bag space again, with so many things, so many items that have been filling up from Mechagon and all these other types of items needed for this and that, and tried to put it into my bank, but even that, at least on my main character, let me give you an example. Now, these are some of the biggest bags you can get. Now, there are a few that are slightly larger than this, but at least these are the most affordable ones I've been able to create. The Hexweave bags, those were still fairly difficult, but expensive. And then I've got one of the Admiral Marines duffels there as well, but approximately 30 slots. Okay, and look at this. I mean, yes, we've got some of the cards. Yes, I know there's some of these things I could either destroy or use or sell, and even our guild bank is overwhelmed. I've been trying to, so you can see anyway, that's kind of, whoops, I gotta kill more. At least that's been getting a little easier. What a great feeling to be able to fly. Look at this. Whee! Oh, to be able to fly in BFA. What a great feeling that has been. I'll tell you, that's been saving me a ton of gold from having to take the flight pass. Oh, there's still the gold that's got to go out for when you get hit and whatnot, but that's back to my main character there. So that's been a bit of a challenge. And yes, even when you have turned on the little security so that you have the little security app, I use the app. Some use the little keychain button code still, those style. But this one gives me those 4 extra slots, but it's not enough. Jeez. So anyway, with that said, I guess I'm going to kind of wrap things up. And for now, I hope you can enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I usually like to try to wait till like Sunday-ish. I don't know when or if I'll be able to start doing some regular streams again. At least I'm trying to do some regular content for now to start with. And I hope you all get to enjoy another wonderful weekend. It's a little humid up here in the East Coast where I'm from this weekend into the first part of the week. And once again, remember now you can take 2 updates now that I've got my second update out, and there'll be more continuing, I hope. So please take 2 updates and call me in the morning. This is Dr. Fox, your weekly prescription. And then that is Kat over there. See if I can get my finger in the camera. There she is. Hi, honey. It's my babies. Yeah, say hi to everybody. That's right. So Dr. Fox and Kat, we'll see you all again soon. And I appreciate it. Thanks again, and have a wonderful week ahead, and or finish up the rest of your weekend. Hope you all get to stay cool and or warm if you want to. And I will see you all soon, and see you later.